Hi guys, it's Omer from MMOs.com, and I'm going to do a different kind of video this time, a short video on how to get better at League of Legends. It's a game I play a lot, and this guide will focus on the mental game. A little bit of background for you guys too, so you don't know I'm full of shit. Well, so you guys know I'm not full of shit, rather. I started playing League of Legends ranked in Season 2. Season 1 I got the gold, and then that's when the season ended. I didn't play much before then. Season 2 I had 3 accounts in the top 100 ladder, all had 2400 elo. I ended Season 3 with all my accounts in Diamond, 3 accounts. I played Season 4 with only 1 account and ended that account in Masters. I've helped friends get better and shortcut how to make you better at League of Legends. And we're not going to talk about mechanics. You know, if you want to get better at mechanics, that's a whole other ball game. But this guide applies to all skill levels. It'll help you even if you're a diamond, if you're silver, you're bronze, it'll help you. Though if you're in bronze, you probably need to worry more about your mechanics than your mental game. But mental game is important nonetheless. So we're going to start with some basics. These may seem obvious, but I assure you if you follow this guide, it will help you a lot. Number 1, stay positive. I cannot emphasize this enough. Staying positive is so important. So this is just about your own mentality. You could be playing the game and your bot lane is feeding. You don't necessarily have to give up. You know, you could be in your own mind like, all right, you know, we're probably going to lose this game, but you know, whatever, I'm going to keep playing. And when you start thinking that way is you become less invested into the game. I'm not saying you should really care about the outcome that much, but when you become detached from the result, you'll probably play worse because you won't care as much. So if you want to get better, keep yourself invested into the game. I mean, you could still not care about the outcome at the end, but you know, it's not a big deal whether you win or lose, but it's better to remain invested into the game. So, and also, the way League works is before you start giving up, it is literally designed to create comebacks. This isn't like a game where every time you fall further behind, it's impossible to come back. I mean, Riot designed League so when a team that's behind wins a team fight, they can actually come back even quicker. You get more experience and gold for winning a fight when you're behind than if you do if you're ahead. So you could lose 2 team fights just to win 1, and you'll be closer to parity with the enemy team. So again, stay positive, don't give up. When you give up, you literally cannot win. There's 0% chance to win. But if you remain hopeful and just keep playing, yeah, you can improve your odds. Next one, this one may seem obvious, but I assure you it isn't because I make this mistake sometimes, and a lot of players do this. Never rage at your team. Again, this seems so obvious, but everybody does it from one time to another. League is genuinely a frustrating game. It's because you're working with teammates, and they can be doing silly things and make obvious mistakes. But if, you know, your bot lane gets first blood, they do something like obviously dumb, all right? They could just run to the tower and die. Saying, GG, new bot lane is retarded is a very tempting thing to say. I mean, we've probably all said something like that in the past. But you think about it. You literally gain nothing by saying that. You only make your bot lane more frustrated. By saying that, you just decrease your odds of winning straight up. And odds are people that say that, they keep playing anyway. It's not like when they say that, they literally sit in base AFK. They keep playing. And they expect to win with that mentality. I mean, when somebody makes a mistake, it's pretty obvious, okay? It's better to just, A, say nothing. Or if you say B, if you say GG bot lane retarded, you're just hurting yourself. So if you say nothing, it's better. Or 3, just be like, all right, it's okay, no problem. We got the mid-late game. Okay, it's that simple. By saying it's okay, we got the mid-late game, you're communicating to the people that made the mistake that, you know, it's not the end of the world and you guys will keep trying. And you're not, you know, railing into them. Next one, positive reinforcement. Again, all of this seems really obvious. You know, after a successful gank or a minor victory, there's no reason to type good job. Just type GJ into your team chat, okay? It doesn't matter if you hate your teammates and they're actually really awful and you're just the best player in the world and you're carrying them. Just type good job, okay? When you type good job, it takes half a second, and what it does is it actually brings your team closer together. There's a bigger bond between your teammates then. Your team is less likely to throw later into the game, like just rage quit later in the game. If early in the game and the mid game, you start bonding with them by just saying simple things like good job or like that was an awesome gank, that was a good play, you know, that was really cool. That again, it makes your teammates feel more invested in themselves and you. Again, it's a minor thing, but it has tremendous impact on the game. People aren't going to throw if they've been friendly with you throughout the whole game. If the whole game you're hostile to somebody or your teammate is hostile, it's very likely mid to late game, that game is going to go down to shit, and somebody's going to go AFK in base and give up. So those are the 3 basic tips. Very important. Keep them in mind. Next up, we got some more advanced tactics. This is some next level stuff. And it's borderline a little bit weird, but hear me out. I call this the reverse mental gank. And it's a surprisingly effective tactic to put the enemy team on tilt. So basically what you want to do is, let's say there's a 4v5 fight just happens, all right? Your team wins a 4v5 fight. So let's say their jungle wasn't there, their Mumu wasn't there. So what you'll do after you win that fight is you'll type in all chat like, GG, Amumu wasn't there, or like, good thing Amumu wasn't there, wasn't with you guys, lol. You just type that in all chat. And what that does is basically, it makes the enemy team BM their Amumu. It basically makes the enemy team gank their own player. It creates a toxic environment for the enemy team. All you're saying is, like, oof, if Amumu was there, we'd be wiped. Or like, we would have all died if Amumu was there. And the beauty of this strategy is it works so well because the thing is, after you lose a team fight, you're looking for somebody to blame. It's like, crap, why did it happen? You know, nobody's going to say that happened because I sucked. They're going to be like, all right, I got to find someone to blame. And as soon as the enemy team gives you a compelling option on who to blame, everyone on the enemy team is going to bandwagon on that. They're going to jump on their Mumu. It may, again, the goal here is not to be BM. You don't want to be bad-mannered. You don't want to upset your own teammates by being bad-mannered. You want to make the enemy team BM themselves. You want to create infighting in the enemy team in a simple, non-like jerk way. Even though it's a little bit of a jerk, but you're not really going out there and being BM on your own. You're just kind of saying like, "Ooh, good thing Amumu wasn't there." And then again, they'll jump at the chance of it. Is the beauty of the strat. Next up, a little bit less advanced, but the anti-rage. You know, you have a player on your team who just rage quit. He's like, you know what, I'm done. All right, you guys suck. You guys don't deserve this win. I'm out. He's sitting in base, right? So what you can do at this point is it's mid game. Assuming you weren't like impossibly behind, you can be like, you can just say in team chat something like, don't worry, we can win. I guarantee us a win. I'm playing on my Smurf, okay? If you start playing again, and I will guarantee us a win. It's a stupid thing to say, but they might believe you. They might think you are a Smurf, and they might continue to play. And you can even up the ante. Look, if I promise, if I can't carry us, as long as you don't give up, I'll uninstall. And that'll make the Rager think, all right, fine, I might as well keep trying so this asshole will uninstall. Don't worry, if you lose, you're not uninstalling anyway. You're never going to see this guy in solo queue again. But it makes people that would normally give up come back to start trying. You'd be surprised it works, you know. Most people want to play to win anyway, and this kind of gives them a reason to keep playing. Because again, they wouldn't be playing ranked if they didn't want to win anyway. So again, most people are okay with winning. But I do want to emphasize the basics again. Stay positive. Never rage at your team. Positive reinforcements. I make the mistake of saying incorrect things to my teammates sometimes. Like one game, we were doing an invade early, level 1. It was a guaranteed kill if our Thresh came with us. Guaranteed kill, all right? Whatever. They got away because the Thresh wasn't with us. He was a little bit further behind. He didn't come. He just didn't think it was a good idea. He didn't come. And he said, Singed, you're stupid. You shouldn't have invaded. That wasn't going to work. It obviously was going to work. But I said, it was going to work. You suck. And that was all I said. You suck. Because I said you suck, he said, GG, I'm feeding your lane. He runs top lane and feeds. He's 0-18 in 3 minutes. He just, in like 5 minutes. He gave up. He's just infinitely feeding my lane because I said he sucked. So this is obviously his fault. I'm partially to blame too. By saying you suck to him, I created that chain of events for him to start feeding. He would not have queued up if he didn't want to play. He was probably on tilt from before. But again, there is no reason to agitate my teammates. Even if my teammates are unreasonable assholes, I gain nothing on my own win ratio by poking at them. So if you think of it that way, from your own perspective, what the optimal play to win is, you never rage, even if you have assholes on your team, you just cooperate and you play to win. So that's my League of Legends mental guide to improving. And believe me, I think just doing these things have helped me a lot to win. My mechanics are up there already, which is why I'm very high rated. But the mental game is so important because great players, like really good mechanical players, get stuck in the rut of just blaming their team and arguing a lot, and that creates a negative environment and makes you lose more games. So yeah, there's my League 101 mental game right there. Anyway, guys, later.